Here we are then, the inaugural event of the NRUK Pro-Am Series comes to you today from Daytona International Speedway, as for the first time, the NRUK's second series gets underway today as we see some of the old guard of the NRUK and some new faces take to the track to run this 20-lap event to become the first ever winner in the NRUK Pro-Am Series. This should be a fun one, and we're all looking forward to seeing who is going to be in first into victory lane today. Let's go down to the track and get ready to go racing. Welcome then everyone to the first ever event in the new NRUK Pro-Am Series. Tonight we go racing at Daytona under the lights for 16 laps. This is the first race ever in this series. We've got some new guys coming into the NRUK, some new teams as mentioned in the intro. Should be a fun race tonight, and very privileged to be joined up in the booth tonight by NRUK Cup Series driver and race winner Eli Bright. Welcome to the booth. Daytona tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Daytona tonight. What's it going to take to get a win at this racetrack?
You just gotta time your moves right. You can't be too early. You can't be too late, because sometimes the outside line doesn't want to shuffle. So you just gotta get in the right lane at the right time. Really, what you gotta do.
Exactly. That's what you kind of got to get right for this evening's race and event. We're gonna go into your starting lineup as of right now. And then we'll go on and get these cars fired off the grid. So Roland Holzer takes his first pole in the NRUK Pro-Am Series for NBM Motorsports. That's one of the few teams that is not actually owned by a user or driver. To his outside will be the 94 of Dylan Cunningham. He's for Smart Motorsports. On the second row, we have Ryan Henderson starting alongside Nicky Morris. Then we have Mathis Wells leeching in this event with Samit Ozkan in the 5. Daniel Bouchard starts up next with Travis Crampton. Then we have Bradley Ream and Ethan Foster. Cody Russell starts in the next row alongside Jacob Boyd. And that says Mac Johnson at the top. That is Jacob in the 22. Go through the rest of the lineup here. You see Noah Clifton and Derek Hamill. Dash Baran making a return to the NRUK scene tonight. We have Ash Jacobson, Dylan Ebrahimian, Code Blue making a highly anticipated NRUK debut. Towards the back we see a few of the Blue Jay Motorsports cars, the likes of Holioko, Akira Saito, who's also leeching down in the series. Rounding out your field, Mason Hayward and BB Ruiz on the final row. So there's our starting lineup for tonight. Many thanks to Evan for kind of getting this series done for us. He's actually the one recording this series. We couldn't do it without him, as the command sets these guys to go green. Pace car is rolling off here as these 30 drivers set to get going. This one could be a really good race. You know, you never know with Daytona. We see big ones, we see photo finishes. And even more on the line for tonight, the top 5 finishers from this race will qualify into the NRUK Duels and will have a chance at making the Daytona 500. So a lot at stake for these guys tonight. We should see some hard, aggressive racing. And it all starts the NRUK Pro-Am Series for this inaugural season. Who is going to win the inaugural event? Pace car then is going to go and make the sharp left-hand turn down pit lane. We're ready for the first time to go racing in the NRUK Pro-Am Series. Down to the green, and the green flag is out. We are racing in the NRUK Pro-Am Series. Down the backstretch then for the first time today, Mathis Wells looking low, driving that 54. He's actually leeching in this series, one of 2 leeches racing today, Wells and Mac Johnson, looking to try and get their win. But it might not happen. We might see one of the regulars go in to victory lane. Coming off a turn number 4 for the first time then. Looks like Wells is going to lead lap number 1, but Bouchard coming for charge on the inside lane.
If you look, that inside line really got going, but the outside didn't get going too well. Hopefully, maybe with Mathis up there, you can get a good start to the race.
And we've actually got card here on pit lane. That's Austin Vince in the 78 for BJ McLeod Motorsports. Something amiss on that Chevrolet Camaro. Vince, obviously having problems on the car. He's down pit lane hoping to fix those issues, but that's not looking too good for the 78 early on.
See, that 21 started like row like 6 or 7. Now he's already up to the lead. That's the shuffle of Daytona.
And he's been pushed by another Ford-powered car as well. That is Mac Johnson, who's got NRUK Cup Series experience, trying to use that experience to gain his way.
Definitely one to watch.
Yeah.
Definitely one to watch.
Yeah. Who else would you say would you pick out for today's race? Maybe the likes of Derek Hamill in there.
Yeah, Wells too. He ran good in the Clash earlier. He won the thing. So I mean,
yeah, it's true.
Actually, a pick to win.
But yeah, a lot of new teams coming into the series here as we approach lap number 3. We have the likes of Derek Hamill owning the team, Nathan Stapleton, NS Racing, and in fact here is his car out front, Noah Clifton in the 97. But won't last for long because that inside lane is coming on quick. They really are going some speed. Reaching speeds of 200 miles an hour. Derek Hamill comes through to lead a lap as the shuffle is now into full effect.
You gotta be careful that you don't force it 4 wide too early because you don't want to miss your race up and your other competitors' race up. But maybe in the last few laps you might want to force it.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see those guys, get very aggressive late on, hopefully. A lot on the line. In fact, the 78 of Austin Vince is back out on the racetrack. However, he is some, way off the pace right now. Vince, again, we have to find out what the issue was on that 78. But, that 78 is going to be a slow car. And we see how bad they can potentially be for the end of this race.
Could cause a wreck. You don't want that to happen, but you could cause a wreck, or maybe it helps you out to win the race. Who knows? I guess we'll see when we catch him.
Yeah, you could use that to his advantage. It could be a disadvantage to you or an advantage to you. 2 teammates up at the front now. This is Blue Jay Motorsports, Ryan Butcher and Akira Saito. Akira driving that Japanese-themed car. Of course, he is from Japan, driving in his first season. He is going to be a full-time NRUK Cup Series driver, but he has got a few races for Blue Jay Motorsports to try and gain him some valuable experience. And at the plate tracks, that certainly does come in handy.
I say it was a good test. They started in the back, and it took them about 5 laps to go to the front, from the back to the front. I bet other drivers are going to try to see if they can do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. There's a lot of it's a good measure, really, of how quick the pack's shuffling through. It's taken about 5 or 6 laps. You see some of the guys who start on the last row, the likes of Mason Hayward and also BB Ruiz on the inside. I think that's BB starting in the 7 this week. Yes. Of course, the 7 again will be split. BB Ruiz taking some of those rides this year. Jade Madison will be the other driver driving that 7 car for the remainder of the season.
See, that inside line just keeps on going.
It does, yeah.
No, that outside line hasn't stopped. Like in the Clash, the outside line could get up there, hold like where it's at, but now like the inside line seems the preferred line.
Exactly, yeah. All Fords line up on that inside as well. You've got a lot of Fords in this series. When the teams started creating their facilities, a lot decided to choose Ford as a manufacturer. What do you think that says about, Ford's potential power in the NRUK? They were very good, if you remember, back last year in the Cup Series.
Yeah, they beat me a lot. They're really good. I mean, they get all that alliance going. They could just be very powerful. Just get and move it up to the Cup Series. Could be a very powerful team. They could dominate, really.
Exactly, yeah. Currently out in front is James Fletcher. This is driving for Collins Racing. Mitchell Collins, in fact, started up a team, and he was very, very lucky to get sort of an alliance, really, with Team Penske. You can see those cars carrying the Penske Menard sponsor and also the Penske numbers there. So that's a definite advantage that Mitchell can use for his team this season. He has James Fletcher driving the 12, Christian Russell driving a similar car, the 21, and of course Jacob Boyd racing in that 22.
See, the Stapleton got clear. Maybe he can try to hold the lines even, but how it's been looking, I don't think he can hold them.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a lot of 4 wide yet. I maybe just jinxed it, but we haven't seen 4 wide yet.
It's true, yeah. Getting a report here on the issue for the 78. I believe the lugs were loose before the start of the race, so obviously the tyre wasn't fitted on properly. I had to come down pit lane and get that sorted out.
That's tough, especially the first race of the season. New teams, new issues. I mean, hopefully they get it all sorted out by next week.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not the foot you really want to start the season on. 2 Toyotas up at the front though. Here is your pole sitter Roland Hoser coming back up towards the front as well with Mathis Wells, one of your pre-race favourites picked out by Eli Bright. He's got a push from Daniel Bouchard. That's Cyclone Motorsports' entry, the 26. As again, that inside lane formed up a lot better than the outside right now, as we see the Fords lining up on the inside as well. Got about 3 of them there on the inside, and they've got more coming in numbers, that's for sure.
If I was the Toyotas and Chevys, I would try to team up and see like if you can outdo the Ford since there's so many of them.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, there's smoke at the back of the field there.
Blowing up.
Someone's blowing up. There's smoke at the back of the field. Hopefully we can switch out to find out who that was. But you know, there was a car at the back of the field who had a lot of smoke pouring out from that car as well. As gets aggressive with the blocks on the backstretch. It's him and Mac Johnson, they're 2 NRUK Cup Series guys who are kind of blocking from top to bottom here.
Got the most experience at the front, so this should be fun to watch how they control the field. Like this is the first time we've seen a car actually hold. The 54 is actually staying up front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Wells is doing a nice job right now, trying to fend off a challenge from Bradley Reed. No, Clifton still need to find out who was that car was blowing up at the back. Don't know if we'll get to him. There's Austin Vince, who's still somewhere off the pace here, and is going to be definitely going to be impeding some of these lead cars. Maybe sometime soon, maybe when we get close to the finish, which is not what these guys want to see. I'd rather get past that lap car as soon as possible.
Well, you see Orson 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, Samet Ozcan on the inside for Yo Motorsports. Red Bull sponsoring that car. Good to see Red Bull in the NRUK Cup Series. Again, another Ford. We cannot, express the amount of Fords that are running in the series. Ash Jacobson on the inside for Smart Motorsports in that 93. How about Code Blue in the 62 as well? Oh, now we can.
4 wide, looking 4 wide. This might not end well.
The 9 car was on the inside. That's Holly Ocko, but
looks like the 97 backed out.
Yeah, the 97. That is who's that? Noah Clifton. There you go. We're still getting used to some of the names here in the NRUK Pro-Am Series. Noah Clifton there did a good job of backing out, sorted out that 4-wide mess, and Holly Ocko is taking no prisoners this late on. It is really go time as we're coming up here to about 4 to go here in the NRUK Pro-Am Series. Holly Ocko probably gone too soon.
Yeah, I say that bottom car on the inside row back there probably has a good chance, or one of those last ones on the outside row, but
yeah,
you never want to be too late to it. You never want to be too late.
Exactly. I believe the car that was smoking earlier was the 11 of Ryan Butcher for...
Man, that sucks for him.
Yeah, Blue Jay Motorsports, one of their cars. They got 2 of their cars up the front, the other one's in the garage with a camshaft issue, apparently. It's forced him to retire. Again, not the start that Butcher's been wanting, but he's down in the garage. He will not be here for the closing laps of this event. It's about to get to business time in the NRUK Pro-Am Series as the 92 out in front. He leads Drive Sober Motorsports' Antonin Charbois. Charbois, another good, really kind of veteran, testing his skills in the NRUK Pro-Am Series. So he's got experience for Drive Sober Motorsports, the Tide Ride. It's a nice scheme, has to be said.
It is. You definitely want that experience in like these late race situations when you know like where the intensity is going. Make sure you if you know a big crash is coming, try to get to the front as soon as possible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of rookies here. It's really a mix of a lot of rookies and a lot of guys that have actually been, kind of sticking around for a long time. As we're going to approach 2 to go, it's Nicky Morris in the lead for the Jeg 75 Ford Mustang and MJ Motorsports. push, though, from the 28 of Ethan Foster. Dash Baran is on the inside. The 12, James Fletcher, 37, is on the inside. How about Dylan Cunningham in the 94? A lot of potential winners. You got to say it's between those kind of guys on the inside right now.
Again, like I said earlier, the outside hasn't been working, so the inside's probably where you're going to win this race at.
Yeah. Down the backstretch for the penultimate time. Dash Brand. Look at him block. I mean, I don't know if he would clear there with the 75, but he cleared himself.
I think he cleared himself off of him.
Mm-hmm. And now a heck of a push on the inside for James Fletcher by, I believe that's Kenny Wallis in the 37. I think, even though it said Stapleton on the thing, it might be Kenny driving that car. As we're going to approach the white flag here, James Fletcher for Collins Racing leads us to the white flag at Daytona. Who is going to be in good position to win this race? 94, Dylan Cunningham.
He's got to hope he blocks that inside line, which he does do.
Mm-hmm,
you don't want to be too far out there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dylan Cunningham is making a run. He's got a heck of a push from Ryan Henderson.
Clear. Oh, no.
It's getting dicey down the backstretch. We could get those cameras out because we might have ourselves a photo finish. Jacob Boyd making some good late progress. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. James Fletcher high side. Dylan Cunningham on the inside.
Unless the 27 gets to the inside, the 94 should have it.
Off of turn 4 for the final time and down to the line. Dylan Cunningham, and Smart Motorsports is going to win the first ever NRUK Pro-Am Series event. He nabs it at the line in this 16-lap feature. And Dylan Cunningham for Smart Motorsports has gone and won the first ever race. Congrats to Dylan. Cody Smart's going to be well happy with that. We know what he's like at times.
Yeah.
He is going to be bouncing off the roof with that result there. Dylan Cunningham has won the first race of the season, and with that has qualified into the Daytona 500 along with some other drivers. James Fletcher's into the race. Kenny Walrus will be competing in the NRUK Duels, so will Ryan Henderson. I think Jacob Boyd just about squeezed out that last qualifying spot to get into the Duels, so congrats to them 5. They're going to have a chance to go and potentially compete for the Daytona 500. How about that for a reward?
It's really nice for them. I mean, these rookies, see what they can show against us Cup drivers. Hopefully they can put on a good show.
Yeah, of course you're going to be competing in those Iron Brew Duels in a couple of days' time. We wish you all luck here. And good luck down out on the racetrack here. It's going to be interesting. That does it then for the first ever NRUK Pro-Am Series event. You see the finishing order there on the left-hand side of the screen. Hopefully we're going to get some more guys up on the booth this season. Eli will continue to be with us across the season, and we'll see some other guys shortly as well. That was a fun race. Ryan Butcher, of course, with a camshaft issue there, and Austin Vince, the only 2 guys really off the pace. Big congratulations to Dylan Cunningham on a NRUK Pro-Am Series victory. That was a heck of a lot of fun, and we'll see you guys for the NRUK Iron Brew Duels very soon. Bye-bye.